I wanted to talk about this topic since a long time, but the recent incidents in India actually forced me to do it as soon as possible. But at the same time, I did not want to do it right at that time because I did not want it to be a propaganda or just a condemning video. Yes, I'm going to talk about rape, and especially why is it happening in India so commonly. But that doesn't mean that it's not happening all across the globe. But India has been increasingly involved into the rape and rape accusations. And the only fundamental reason for this is the upbringing of the boys in India and its cultural impact. All across the globe, women are the usual victims of rape, be it Artemisia Gentileschi or be it Oprah Winfrey. All the women have suffered through rape and they have to emerge themselves as a strong woman just to fight the society. It is not just because some self-centered male sexual entitlement, it is the way women are seen. I really condemn women being seen as a god. At the same time, I really condemn seeing women as just a piece of meat for pleasure. Just see them as a fellow being. What exactly is happening in India with the boys or with the male is molestation and rape is being common just because they were not being introduced enough into sex. They were not educated in any means. A woman is being educated, is being told by their mother when the puberty is attended of what is sex, at least to some extent. But a male doesn't even know when his puberty is attended, or a dad is now ready to talk about it to him. The day should come when a boy should be comfortable talking about sex to his mother and a girl to his father. But I'm not saying that a parent should encourage their kids to have sex when the puberty is attended. No, it's not about having sex. It's about discussing what is sex. It's not a sexual intercourse. It has a lot of meaning into it. It has a natural process. It's a taboo in India to talk about sex, to talk about masturbation, to talk about anything that is being related to the physical activity of act of sex. And that is what is causing the whole problem in the life cycle of an Indian male. An average Indian male will have sex when he is around 35 years old. Could you believe it? Yes, that's the survey of 2008 in India, where an average male in India is getting married. And obviously, a country like India, where metropolitan cities are very less, taking about the large-scale rural population, a man is never exposed to sex until he's getting married. Same goes to women as well. But the sexual tension in male and his power and the social peer pressure brings him into a state of rapes. I'm not just talking about a rape being happened by roadside or in public or to a girl unknown. I'm talking about rapes happening in India, in Indian family, as marital rapes, as molestations by relatives. Now the whole media is thriving into teaching good touch, bad touch to all the kids. But it's not just about that. It's about the whole tension that needs to be eased. Why exactly is this molestation happening? Why exactly is a person doing marital rape doesn't know that he's raping? Just because a basic sense of maturity is not being developed into them to respect other human. Yes, I like sex. Everyone likes sex. And sex at the cost of someone else's disagreement is wrong. That needs to be thought first. It's not about a self-pleasure. And it's not about getting what you want. It's about giving what they want and get what you like. It's a whole process that needs to be talked and explained in a clear way, which is not be done in India. So that's what should happen. That's what the parent should do, is to talk, is to explain. The first point of contact should not be a Google, should not be a Pornhub. It should be the parents to explain, to see. But I'm not saying it in a bad way, to set as a bad example, to say them in an indecent way, to say them in a polite way, in a clear way of what is this? What is it that is making this hormone changes? Why is it that a kid has a craving towards the opposite gender? Talking about an alternative towards rape is not a solution. So as the title asks, does masturbation gonna prevent rape? I would say no. It's just an alternative way to shy away from this gore of rape. We should discuss what exactly is rape, what is causing it, what is the after effects of rape. We should discuss about human equality. I'm not talking in terms of caste or creeds. I'm talking in terms of gender. A gender equality should be shown. A mutual respect should be given to every single individual. That is what needs to be taught in the education system, especially about women. Not to keep them in a high place like a god, or not to treat them as trash, but to treat them as a fellow being, just as an opposite sex, and respect what are their demands, what are their needs. As a lot of people say that a social education is needed in the education system, I would say a psychological education is also needed in the system to analyze one's well-being, to analyze when someone is out of order in their own form, in their psychological form, and acting weird, to identify someone who is trying to act weird and to give them a proper solution. And that is what is going to put an exact end to this problem, and to do justice to Asifa and to countless others who have been suffering through it. Magilchi.